Hey Taurus, welcome back to the channel. I need to sit down with you today because what just came through in this reading is something I've been seeing building up for weeks now, and honestly the energy around this is so clear that I had to pull cards immediately. Grab your coffee or tea because we need to talk about what is actually happening behind the scenes with someone who thought they could just walk away from what they did to you without any consequences. Before we dive in, if this reading resonates with you at any point, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you all, and honestly, your stories always confirm what the cards are showing me. Alright Taurus, let us get into this because the universe has some very specific messages for you today. So I shuffled the deck with your energy in mind, and the first card that came through is the Six of Swords. Now, when I see this card in this particular position, what immediately stands out to me is transition and movement away from turbulent waters. Look at the imagery here. You have got figures in a boat moving away from choppy waters toward calmer shores. This is not just any movement though. This is intentional movement. This is you actively choosing to leave behind something that was causing you pain, confusion, or straight up chaos. For you Taurus, this card is telling me that you've already made the decision to move forward. You are not stuck anymore in whatever situation was draining you. Whether this was a relationship, a friendship, a work environment, or even a family dynamic, you have chosen yourself. You have chosen peace. And here is what I find really interesting about the Six of Swords showing up first. It is not just about you moving away from difficulty. It is about you carrying forward the lessons and wisdom you gained from that experience. You are not leaving empty-handed. You are taking with you everything you learned about your boundaries, your worth, and what you will absolutely not tolerate anymore. What I am picking up specifically for Taurus is that this departure was not easy for you. Being an earth sign, you are someone who values stability and consistency. You do not just walk away from things lightly. So the fact that you did walk away tells me how serious the situation was, how much you were actually being disrespected or taken for granted. The Six of Swords is confirming that you made the right choice. You are heading toward better days, and honestly, the universe is backing you up completely on this decision. Now here is where it gets interesting. While you are moving toward calmer waters and better situations, the person or people who wronged you are not getting off easy. They thought they could just continue on with their life as if nothing happened, as if their actions had no consequences. But Taurus, the universe does not work that way. What goes around really does come around, and the cards are showing me that karma is not just coming for them. It is already at their door. The second card I pulled is the King of Swords, and wow, this card is powerful in this context. The King of Swords represents ultimate truth, justice, and the consequences of one's actions. This is the king who sees through all deception, who cuts through lies with precision, and who ensures that truth prevails. When this card shows up in a reading about karma and justice, you better believe that someone is about to face the reality of what they have done. Here is what the King of Swords is telling me about this situation. Whoever hurt you, whoever betrayed you, whoever thought they could manipulate or use you, they are now in a position where their actions are being examined under a very harsh light. The King of Swords energy is about intellectual consequences and social consequences. This is not just about them feeling bad internally. This is about other people seeing who they really are. Their reputation is on the line. Their credibility is being questioned. People are starting to ask questions and connect dots. What I am seeing specifically for your situation, Taurus, is that this person presented themselves as someone they are not. They had a mask on. They played a role. Maybe they acted like they were the victim. Maybe they twisted stories to make themselves look better. Maybe they spread rumors or talk behind your back to control the narrative. But the King of Swords is the energy of exposure. Truth cannot stay hidden forever. What was done in the dark is coming to light, and people are starting to see this person for who they truly are. The King of Swords is also telling me that there might be some sort of official or formal element to this karma. This could be legal consequences, professional consequences, or situations where authorities or people in positions of power are getting involved. For some of you, this might mean that lies are being uncovered in a workplace setting. For others, this could be about legal matters finally resolving in your favor. The key message here is that truth is prevailing, and this person cannot talk their way out of it anymore. What I love about the King of Swords showing up here is that this is not emotional karma. This is logical, clear, undeniable karma. Facts are facts. Evidence is evidence. And whatever this person did to you, it is now catching up to them in ways that cannot be ignored or dismissed. They are being held accountable by forces bigger than just you. The universe itself is ensuring that balance is restored. Now, the third card that came through absolutely validates everything we have been talking about. I pulled Judgment, and when I tell you this card is significant, I mean it. Judgment is about awakening, reckoning, and facing the consequences of past actions. This is the card of karmic justice on a soul level. This is not just about small inconveniences. This is about major life shifts that force someone to confront who they are and what they have done. The Judgment card is telling me that this person is experiencing or about to experience a complete upheaval. Their whole world is being shaken. What they thought was secure is crumbling. Who they thought they could rely on is walking away. The structures they built on lies and manipulation are collapsing. This is big Taurus. This is not just a bad day or a rough week. This is a fundamental shift in their entire reality. Here is what I find really powerful about Judgment showing up in this reading. This card represents a moment where someone can no longer run from their truth. They cannot hide anymore. They cannot pretend anymore. They are being forced to look at themselves and see what they have become. For some people, this leads to genuine remorse and transformation. But for others, especially those who are deeply in denial, this becomes an incredibly painful and isolating experience because they lose everything they valued, but still refuse to take responsibility. What the Judgment card is specifically showing me about your situation is that this person is losing support systems. People who used to believe them are pulling away. Opportunities that seem guaranteed are falling through. Relationships they took for granted are ending. It is like everything they did to you is now being reflected back to them times 10. The isolation you felt, they are feeling. The betrayal you experienced, they are experiencing. The loss you went through, they are going through. I also want to mention something important about the Judgment card. This is a card of higher power and divine timing. The reason their karma is hitting so hard right now is because the universe has decided that enough is enough. There is a cosmic timer that goes off when someone has caused too much harm and avoided consequences for too long. That timer has gone off for this person. Their time of reckoning is now, and there is absolutely nothing they can do to stop it. For you, Taurus, the Judgment card is also a message of validation. You might have wondered if you were overreacting. You might have questioned if what happened was really that bad. You might have been gaslit into thinking you were the problem. But Judgment is confirmation that you were right. Your feelings were valid. Your decision to walk away was necessary. And the universe acknowledging this through karmic consequences for the other person is your sign that you were protected all along. Asterisk. The fourth card I drew is the Moon, and this one adds such an interesting layer to the reading because the Moon is about illusions, hidden truths, and things that happen in the shadows finally being revealed. When the Moon appears in a reading about karma and justice, it tells me that there was so much going on behind your back that you did not even know about. There were layers to the deception. There were secrets being kept. There were manipulations happening that you were completely unaware of. For you, Taurus, the Moon is showing me that you are about to find out, or you have recently found out just how deep the betrayal actually went. You might learn about lies that were told. You might discover that this person was playing multiple sides. You might realize that the timeline of events was completely different from what you were told. The Moon is the card of revelation when it comes to hidden information, and honestly what is coming to light is going to shock you. But here is the thing, Taurus. While it might be painful to learn the full extent of what happened, the Moon appearing in this reading is actually good news for you. Why? Because it means you are no longer operating in confusion. You are no longer in the dark. The fog is lifting. You are seeing clearly now. And with that clarity comes power. You cannot be manipulated by someone once you fully understand their game. You cannot be gaslit once you have proof of the truth. What the Moon is also showing me is that this person's secrets are not just being revealed to you. Other people are finding out too. Things they thought were buried are resurfacing. Messages they thought were deleted are being recovered. Conversations they had with others are being shared. The Moon energy is about exposure of what was hidden, and for this person, Their carefully constructed facade is falling apart piece by piece. I am also getting from the moon that this person is experiencing extreme anxiety and paranoia right now. They KNOW that things are unraveling. They KNOW that people are talking. They KNOW that their lies are catching up to them. And this awareness is eating them alive. They cannot sleep well. They are constantly looking over their shoulder. They are terrified of what else might come out. The moon energy that they used against you, all that sneaking around and deception, is now turning on them as their own paranoia and fear. For you, Taurus, the moon is encouraging you to trust your intuition. If you felt like something was off, you were right. If you sensed that there was more to the story, there was. If you had a gut feeling that this person was not being honest, your instincts were correct. The moon is validating every single intuitive hit you had throughout this situation. You KNOW something was wrong even when you could not prove it. Now the proof is emerging and you are being vindicated. The fifth card is Seven of Wands, and this card is so appropriate for where you are right now, Taurus. The Seven of Wands is about standing your ground, defending your position, and not backing down even when challenged. This card tells me that you have been strong throughout this entire situation. You have maintained your boundaries. You have stood up for yourself. You have not allowed this person to come back and manipulate you again. What I am seeing with the Seven of Wands is that this person, or maybe their supporters, have tried to challenge you. Maybe they have tried to make you look like the bad guy. Maybe they have attempted to gaslight you into thinking you are overreacting. Maybe they have sent flying monkeys to test your boundaries or get information. But you have stood firm. You have not engaged with the drama. You have not allowed yourself to be pulled back into their chaos. And the Seven of Wands is confirmation that your strength is paying off. Here is what is really powerful about the Seven of Wands in this position. This card is telling me that you are in the stronger position right now. You have the high ground. You have the truth on your side. And even though they might be throwing everything they can at you to try to shake your resolve, you are unshakable. You know what happened. You know who you are. And you are not going to let anyone rewrite history or make you doubt your reality. The Seven of Wands is also showing me that part of their karma is that they cannot get to you anymore. They cannot affect you the way they used to. They cannot manipulate your emotions. They cannot control the narrative. And this drives them crazy. They are used to having power over you, and now that power is completely gone. You have taken it back. You have reclaimed your energy. And they are realizing that they have lost something valuable, your presence, your support, your energy. And they cannot get it back, no matter what they do. What I love about the Seven of Wands appearing here is that it is also a card of recognition. Your strength is being noticed. People see how you have handled this situation with grace. People respect that you have not stooped to their level. People admire that you have walked away with dignity. While this person is falling apart and their true colors are being exposed, you are being seen as the bigger person, the stronger person, the person who chose peace over revenge. And that in itself is a beautiful form of karma, because they wanted to destroy your reputation, but instead, they destroyed their own while yours is only improved. The final card I pulled is Ten of Wands, and this card brings such an important message about what this person is currently experiencing as their karma unfolds. The Ten of Wands is about being completely overwhelmed, carrying too much weight, and feeling crushed under the burden of responsibility and consequences. When this card appears in a reading about someone facing karma, it tells me that they are absolutely struggling right now. What the Ten of Wands is showing me is that everything this person did to you, all the chaos they created, all the lies they told, all the people they manipulated, it has all become a massive burden that they now have to carry. Every lie requires another lie to maintain it. Every manipulation requires more energy to sustain. Every person they wronged is now demanding accountability, and they are drowning under the weight of it all. For your specific situation, Taurus, the Ten of Wands is telling me that this person is experiencing burnout on multiple levels. Emotionally, they are exhausted from trying to keep up appearances. Mentally, they are drained from trying to remember all their stories and keep their lies straight. Socially, they are isolated because people are distancing themselves. Professionally or financially, they might be struggling because their actions have caught up with them in tangible ways. Everything is hitting them at once, and they do not have the resources or support to handle it. What I find really significant about the Ten of Wands is that this card represents the consequences of one's choices. This person made choices that seemed to benefit them in the short term. They chose to lie, manipulate, or betray because it was easier than being honest. They chose to hurt you because it served their purpose in that moment. But the Ten of Wands is showing that those short-term gains have led to long-term suffering. They took the easy wrong path, and now they are paying the price for it. The Ten of Wands is also telling me that this person feels trapped. They cannot move forward because their past keeps catching up with them. They cannot start fresh because people know what they did. They cannot rebuild because they burned too many bridges. They are stuck carrying this burden, and there is no relief in sight. And here is the thing, Taurus, this is exactly what they put you through. They made you carry the weight of their dysfunction. They made you feel trapped in a situation that was toxic. They made you struggle under the burden of their treatment. Now the universe is ensuring they experience exactly what they put you through. I also want to point out that the Ten of Wands often appears when someone is too proud or stubborn to ask for help or admit they were wrong. This person could lighten their load by taking accountability, by apologizing, by making amends, but they are not doing that. They are choosing to carry this burden alone because they are too ego-driven to admit fault. And so the weight just keeps getting heavier, and their situation keeps getting worse. For you, Taurus, the Ten of Wands is confirmation that you made the absolute right choice by walking away. Can you imagine still being connected to this person while they're going through this karmic collapse? You would have been dragged down with them. You would have been expected to support them through consequences they brought on themselves. But because you had the wisdom and strength to leave, you are free. You are not carrying their burdens anymore. You are not responsible for their mess. And that freedom is priceless. So Taurus, when I look at all 6 cards together, the message is so clear and so powerful. You made the brave decision to move away from a toxic situation as shown by the 6 of Swords. The truth about what happened is being exposed through the King of Swords energy. This person is facing a major reckoning as indicated by Judgement. All their secrets and hidden actions are coming to light. Through the moon, they are losing their power and influence as you stand strong in the 7 of Wands, and they are completely overwhelmed by the consequences of their actions. As shown in the 10 of Wands, this is karma in action, Taurus. This is the universe showing you that you were protected all along. This is confirmation that you did not need to seek revenge or engage in drama because divine justice is real and it is thorough. What was done to you in the dark is being exposed in the light. What was taken from you is being restored. What was broken is being healed. And the person who caused you pain is now experiencing the full weight of their choices. I want you to take a moment to really absorb this because sometimes when we are healing from betrayal or hurt, we wonder if the universe actually sees what happened to us. We wonder if karma is real. We wonder if people actually face consequences for their actions. This reading is your proof that yes, the universe sees everything. Yes, karma is absolutely real. And yes, people do pay for what they have done. Now here is my advice for you moving forward, Taurus. Stay on your path. Keep moving toward those calmer waters that the 6 of Swords is showing you. Do not look back. Do not engage if this person tries to reach out as things fall apart for them. Do not let anyone convince you to give them another chance or to forgive before you are ready. Your healing journey is about you, not about making them feel better about their guilt or helping them through their consequences. Continue to stand your ground like the 7 of Wands. Maintain your boundaries. Protect your energy. Trust your intuition as the moon is reminding you. If something feels off, it probably is. If someone seems suspicious, trust that instinct. You have learned so much from this experience, and that wisdom is going to serve you incredibly well in the future. And most importantly, know that you are entering a phase of peace and clarity. The drama is behind you. The chaos is behind you. The lies and manipulation are behind you. What is ahead of you is authenticity, genuine connections, and situations that actually honor who you are. You deserve that, Taurus. You deserve relationships where you are valued. You deserve situations where you are respected. You deserve a life where you do not have to question people's motives or wonder what is happening behind your back. The universe is clearing out what does not serve you and making room for what does. Trust this process. Trust this timing. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Your job now is to focus on your own growth, your own healing, and your own happiness. The karma situation is being handled by forces much bigger than you. You do not need to do anything except continue being the amazing person you are. Thank you so much for being here, Taurus. If this reading resonated with you, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. How are you seeing karma play out in your situation? What has been your experience with standing your ground and walking away? Your stories always inspire me and help other people who might be going through similar situations. Remember to take care of yourself and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Sending you so much love and positive energy. I will see you in the next reading.